And from your explanations, your salary is being paid by the federal government through IPPIS. Therefore, why then should 13 months be paid by you instead of federal government through IPPIS? That's one. We cannot see the attachment of your 2021 IGR budget. You didn't attach it to your submissions. Then all these communications you mentioned with the minister and the rest, please, do you have them submitted? These are some of the things that we want to see. And honorable colleagues, if there is any other comments, question, please.
Mr. Chair. Thank you. As I said earlier, my name is Honorable Jafar Uleko. My question is that the lump sum was received of about 103 million to your agency without specification as regards what you are going to use the money for. And I think that was the reason why you decided to use it as a incentive to your staff. Because if I understand, if that money is meant for something as intervention, I don't see why you should use that money as 13 months salary.
Available to pay the 13th month's pay as it is mandatory upon you to do that. The way you put it, people will think 13 May is just an incentive that you give because of COVID-19. Why it is not so? You will pay 13th month in 2023, you will pay in 2024, you will pay continuously as long as that agency is open. The question now here is, you do not have money when you are supposed to pay the 13th month pay. Somebody will ask you, why is it not Agis that should have been paid? 13 months are usually paid from either the profit or from the IGR. Because it is not a government policy to pay 13th month pay, but for some of the corporate organizations have that right, and it is part of the collective agreement. So my colleagues, this is the explanation that he is supposed to do, so that to clear the impression that probably 13 months is just paid because they are not coming to the office, or because what you are saying is the your IGR deflated because there was no operation. You think there was no activity. Therefore, this money, when it came in, you utilize it to pay. That is the explanation. Huh? No, it's not a consulting tool.
Thank you, sir. Remember, you said you take responsibility for everything in this area. Going through your you can see grade level. Look at Ukun, Shola, Ademola, Ayodi. Grade level 17. Receiving 646,549.93. And the same Zakaria Narazu Abrazad, grade level 17, receiving 775.8. All of them, grade level, the same is there. The same system 10, grade level 17, or receiving different figures and amount. You know, please, what is the rationale behind this, and what formula did you use to calculate this? Want to know. Then secondly, I'm still confused about this 298 million that you spent instead of 103. Where did you get the warrant to do that? Because is your agency a revenue generating agency? Is it?
We are on the list of fiscal responsibility as agency that will be 50%.
That's okay. Then why is it that you didn't attach the remittances of your surplus to the CR?
Because the letter did not matter, but we have it, we can show the remittances.
I
103 million naira was paid directly to him. How did you come about joining merging the two? Did you pay this 103 to the Accountant General's office to be added to what is supposed to be your salary before the payment was made? Because the salary is being paid directly from IPPS, how comes that it was paid directly and this 103 was added? How comes it to IPPS?
Also, as part of our observation, you see the second to the last, grade level, Bakuma Tazu also, grade level task, step 1. Grade level task, how? Then grade level 18 in the civil service? I don't know, isn't it part of the rules in the civil service? Just try to explain this.
Let me start with Kayode Ogunsola. Mr. Kayode Ogunsola left the service in October. So his that one salary, that 13 months was pro rata. That's why he received lesser amount than it was pro rata. It's for 10 months. Whereas this 18, grade level 18, this is our executive directors. They are all EDs. While Babu Matazu is the director general.
So we use grade level 30 for them?
Nobody used to supervise it. Yes. I see how you supervise it.
Yes.
He's a director.
Yes, he's a director. He's an executive director.
And he's a representative.
No.
18.
18, they are executive directors in the service. Whereas level 30, this one is.
Yes, political appointees. Yes,
they are all political appointees.
The reason why we say financial is
Sorry, honorable colleagues, please, before you continue, for those our people that just came in, our members, please can you introduce yourselves? Robert,
Chairman, my honorable colleagues,
I'm a member of the committee.
NiMet, the figure for
their level, they stop at level 4. That is 4 years. So by next year, he was appointed that particular year. So that's why his salary is lower than that of all director, who is in his 4th year. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Robo is Sosa.
Yes, DG. Good afternoon again. There's a question that my colleague here asked regarding the IPPIS and the COVID-19 funds. Why was it channeled through the IPs? And you've not answered that question. I'd like you to address that.
Actually, thank you, sir. The question was meant that why did we merge the two funds, the 103 from COVID-19 and the balance that we got from our IGR to pay for the 13 months?
No, I disagree with you. What he asked you was the COVID-19 funds was paid directly to you. It was paid directly to your agency. The IPPIS is supposed to be paid from the Accountant General. But how did you send the money to the Accountant General, the 103 million to the Accountant General to disburse for you? Or did you just only receive from Accountant General and 103 is dormant somewhere?
Thank you, sir. Actually, like what your colleague, the honorable member, mentioned earlier, that 13 months is a statutory money that is signed by the staff of the agency as also the union, which is in the condition of services. Whether there is funds or not, you must provide that money. That is one. Then our salary is paid by IPPIS, excluding the 13 months. IPPIS doesn't pay 13 months. They only pay your salary. So the 13 months is paid from our IGR, whatever we generate as revenue. And that particular year, like what my colleague said, there was a shortfall. So we had little amount of money in our IGR, and when we requested, then the federal government graciously paid that 103, which is an augmentation to add to what we have in our IGR to pay for the 13 months, sir. Thank you, sir.
So are you saying that the money that you got from the COVID-19 intervention was paid through IPPIS?
No, it was paid directly to our own account, IGR. We paid from our own account.
But the submission you have here, I can see IPPIS number as the second column. Are you saying that this is the normal sharing pattern for your agency, but this is not related to the COVID-19?
Sir, why you saw the IPPS number is just to indicate the name of the people that they are staffs of that agency. That's all. The IPPS number does not have anything to do with this payment, sir.
Okay, so you merged it with the Accountant General to
Yes.
include for the shortfall?
No. Try to understand, sir. You know, like I said, with the money, IPPS only pay our salary, sir. I hope you understand, sir. They only pay our salary from January to December. That 13 months, sir.
This submission is 13 months?
Yes. This
Okay.
submission is 13 months.
You use the 103 to pay this 13 months?
To add to what we have.
Okay.
To add to what we have.
Do you have any submission, any approval for you to give that mandate to add?
Yes,
because like you acted on your own without the purview of the National Assembly. Did you just take the initiative to add without approval from the National Assembly?
That's what I said earlier, sir. In the approved budget signed by this Honorable House, is indicated for us to pay that 13 months is in that particular approved budget, sir.
So you are trying to...
Okay.
This money was released for COVID-19 and 13 months. So we don't understand what you are saying. It was approved by National Assembly and you use this money. This money is meant for COVID-19, intervention from COVID-19. So you are telling us that you use this money to settle 13 months. Does it mean that it was only COVID-19 period that you paid 13 months? You have been paying 13 months. So we don't really understand.
What Mr. Chairman have said. Director, my own worry is just simple. You do appropriate, for the 13 months from what you generate internally, right? Now, you said you had shortfall during the COVID-19 period. Now, what I understand from my colleagues is that which approval did you get? Do you have a correspondent approver that give you the mandate to spend that 103 million for the 13-month incentive you did? And as well, since we agreed, you have that appropriated fund for the incentive. When you are taking the money when you're using it for the incentive, do you have any form of approval? That is one. Secondly, whatever you generate, is it that you appropriate basically on your IGR or what is coming from IPPS or whatever? You understand? These two things are contradictory. That's why they are flogging it so much. So clarify it in such a way that we will understand, sir.
The Honorable Chairman, sir, and the Honorable members, the release for that 103 specifically mentioned that is for outstanding salaries. And 13 months is part of our salary. The release was specifically meant for outstanding salaries. Funds to settle outstanding salaries. That's what it says. Yes.
Before you speak, for those other documents that you need to give us, that you don't have them here, we're going to give you time to submit them.
Okay.
So just take it. Honorable Ajia. Honorable Ajia, want to say something?
My chairman, my respected colleague, if I can understand your presentation, the 13 months is not paid through IPPS. Is that?
Yes.
The 13 months is paid through the IGR you generate. And unfortunately, during the COVID-19, the revenue generation was so low. Am I right? As such, part of the COVID-19 fund was used to augment the IGR generated for you to meet up the 13 months. Am I right? Now, the question being asked is, or the question I want to ask here is, the part of the reason why the COVID-19 fund was released, is it for you to augment payment of salaries? Is it? No, just excuse me. Is it?
Yes,
that
sir.
if what he said is true, I don't think there's any reason why for them using that the remaining balance, adding it to what they generate to pay for the 13 months. I think, to me, I think they are in line. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay, honorable colleagues, before we continue, our amiable chairman is here, so I want to hand over. Continue. Okay, thank you. Honorable.
Okay, DFA.
Thank you.
You remember that you're under oath here, and you have echoed repeatedly that you requested for these funds to augment the salaries of your staffs. The submission you have brought here, in page 2, the letter that you have in page 2, the first paragraph says at the tail end, you request this amount as COVID-19 pandemic funds from the federal government as a financial support to the agency to cushion the dwindling revenue caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Is that statement the same as you want to cushion the effect of your salaries or settle salaries for your... I can't see 10th month here. I can't see salaries here. Maybe my eyesight is having a little bit of issues. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. What you have here is different from what you've currently stated and continuously stated. Please help me just explain that to me. Why is it contradictory?
Thank you, sir. Actually, like you said, sir, to cushion the effects of the COVID-19. The effect of COVID-19 in NiMet is dwindling revenue. And dwindling revenue, like what we said, because of no flights. So if you look at it, it's in line, sir, if I may say that.
In line. Cushion the effect. It could be people needed face masks, people needed palliatives, people needed money to fuel their house, buy power, get power in their houses if they were home. It was a stay-at-home period. So if you are stressing salaries, I can't see the reason why you will stress salaries when there's no salaries in your request letter or in this letter in this page.
But sir, at the same time, sir, when the funds came in, it came in with specific instructions. Use it for salary, sir. Thank you, sir.
Is there any document that you can show for it?
Yes, like what the chairman said.
This is a request letter. All this letter is what you request to your DG. Do you have any document that shows that this is for augmenting your 13-month or incentives? Do you have any document? Because it's not here. I didn't see anything. All these correspondence that come from your office. So the letter that shows that you use it to augment your 13-month incentive, we don't see that back. That's why we're asking you the question. Thank you.
To what my colleagues have just said.
Yes.
We talk about the shortfall on your IGL.
Yes, sir.
At least between what is the total IGL you have within 2020, 2021, and 2022?
Yes, sir.
You understand? We need to know as well. When was it last you submitted your annual accounting report, audited account report? We want to have this so as for us to be able to be sure of what you're really doing and your performance and what's the shortfall. From what you're telling us, we don't know. Probably maybe you have a shortfall in your IGR or not. You know, you're just telling us, say, we don't have any evidence that back that up. So can you please furnish this house with all these things I've just said? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir, if I could recall what you demanded from us that has not been submitted is our IGR budget for 2021, which we say we have not submitted, we will submit, and also the correspondences between us and also the ministry where that meeting was held or requesting for those funds. And also the third one is the evidences that shows that that funds were meant for COVID-19. If I am correct, sir, those are what we will submit later. Thank you very much, sir. It's part of what he also asked. Thank you, sir.